the new year. Okay, to celebrate so Amber, our Bush trainer, she talked about how we want to shoot for having a reweigh percentage of 90%, and we're at that, so congrats, that's good. Special thanks to Jamie, Kaylee, Emily, Marin, Tammy, Caitlin, Scotland, Casey, Sierra, Lindsay Keel, Liza, Marcy, and Megan for having a reweigh of 90+%. Yay, good job.
I'm like, that's not Kaylee.
No, it's not me. That's totally us, Catherine.
So, special shout out to Catherine.
That's so funny.
So thanks, guys. So yeah, keep on doing a good job. Some cool facts from last year. We did 8,881 services in 2024, compared to 7,707 in 2023. So we did over 1,000 more services
That's
in
funny.
2024.
7,700 and 8,800.
Yeah. Good morning. Oh, okay.
I'm just picking something up.
Bye. Oh gosh. Okay. Our top 5 services that we did volume-wise, like the most of. Number 1 was haircut and style with 2,218. Number 2 was a barber haircut with 893. Number 3 was regrowth coverage and haircut, 463. Number 4 was half highlight and haircut, 393. And number 5 was regrowth coverage for 358. So, trends. Haircuts are definitely popular. Keep in mind or tell me what kind of education you guys would like to see this year, whether it be group education, individual. So maybe having in mind we're pretty haircut heavy, maybe we want to see a haircut class, something. I don't know. It's up to you. I want to do what you guys want. So, and then, top 5 products that we sold. Number 1, quick blowout. Surprise. Not surprise. We sold 77 bottles of that. Number 2 was Food for Soft shampoo, 10 ounce, 41 bottles. Number 3 was Food for Soft conditioner, 10 ounce, and that was 40 bottles. Number 4 was a Croak and Brain gel with 35 bottles, and number 5 was Food for Soft conditioner liter, number 31 bottles. So we love Food for Soft, and our clients do too. Okay, sales coming up, that's started. We've got 20% off new to you service. So new year, new you. We did this last year and it was helpful. Don't be afraid that you're going to be bombarded with discounted services all day long. That's not how it works. It's just a tool for you to say, hey, have you tried eyebrow tinting, or have you tried a facial, or have you tried some other lesser known services that you could offer an incentive for them to try it, and then they're like, oh yeah, I love that. I think was it last year or the year before, I offered like just face framing highlights on someone that I just only did a haircut on, and then it slowly turned into like a full highlight client because they're like, oh, that's fun. So the service can, to be eligible, that new service cannot be listed previously under their client profile or any of their duplicates. And then the service has to be done between now and February 8th. And then new clients coming in who obviously don't have a history, they have to ask or mention this service to get the discount. So if they just call in for first time client, they don't mention the service, you don't have to give them the discount, they have to specifically mention it. So I did post it on Google, it's posted on social media, so it is out there. We're trying to get new clients, but it's on them to ask for the discount. And then also 20% off of leaders, again through February 8th. Any questions on sales? Yeah, okay. No dates coming up, no news. Honeydews, please use Vish for all color dispensing. I would love to eventually be able to not store tabs or empty shades bottles, but the only way we can accurately get a reorder count is if we're using it for all color dispensing. So I mean, like shades, color for yourself. I'm not trying to be a micromanager. I'm not like looking like, oh, she's using this much. Like, that's not it at all. I don't have time for that. It's just for the reordering purposes. Yes.
So, say we had to do a bleach wash, how
Mhm.
would we put that into Vish?
You still have to put bleach in a bowl, so mix up the bleach first and then put the shampoo in.
Okay.
Good question. I thought of a service that was like, oh, that's kind of a funny one. Maybe not. Oh, it was while I was like test stranding extensions, and I used like a teeny drop. Okay, if it's a teeny drop to like do a test strand, that's fine. But other than that, these for all color. And then I don't know if anyone's found this little nuance, but when you come back to remix, there's a capability, right, to say mix 10%, 20%, 50, 100% of your formula. So you mix up your first bowl for 1 ounce, you apply, you find out you need more, you come back and you say, I need 1 more ounce. So you say, I need 100% more, 1 more ounce. Go apply, you still need more. Come back and you say you need 1 more ounce. Pay attention to the ounces under the percentage, because the second time you come back, now you've mixed up a total, so far you've mixed up a total of 2 ounces. If you hit that 100% button again, it's gonna say 2 more ounces. So then you end up with 4 ounces total, which at that point you don't need that much. So it's, when you come back to remix for the percentage, it's counting the whole, everything that you've mixed up until that point. So just pay attention to that, because that 100% or all the percentages is like an accumulating, what's the word? A compounding effect. Clear as mud. So it will tell you the percentage, and then also what that is, what that percentage would be in ounces. So pay attention to the ounces of what that actually means, what it's gonna tell you to remix.
Is there a way to keep track of, like, if you did use extra product on your client, how much extra you should be charging?
Yes. So I'm not expecting anyone to do this right now, because I just wanted us to get used to Vish, and I didn't want to be like, oh, and there's this capability too. So there's 2 ways. On the iPad, will you bring it over here and I can show you? Actually, I don't know if it's gonna do it since we haven't remixed anything today. Settings, nope, schedule. Yeah, boy, now that I go to show you. Okay, I'll do a tutorial on the iPad, but for sure I know how to do it on the front desk. If you've seen that little Vish widget up, it's like this little pink rectangle box up at the front desk. and it shows active, inactive. If you click on that, it will show you your clients for the day. And if you click on your clients, it will show you how many ounces you used, what that cost is, and then if you mixed up additional color, like over the color allotment for that service, it'll say in bold green numbers at the bottom how much you should charge extra for the product that you used. So I don't expect anyone to be looking at that yet and like doing that, because one, I didn't want to add too much. Two, I wanted to see for the first 30 days if the product allotment that I've estimated previously is actually lining up with what we are using on the regular. So I kind of wanted to get a more accurate heartbeat on that and see if I needed to adjust anything before we just start charging. So yeah, good question. Any other questions on Bish or anything in general, I guess? Okay, and then I asked Lexi to give us our hot tip for today.
Okay, so I have a lot of Google reviews, and I've had a couple clients who have come to me because they've seen that I mentioned a lot in Google reviews. And how I get Google reviews is I will reach out to my clients. Like, a lot of them I get through like Instagram, or I have a couple from Messenger and stuff like that. And I have a message I send them, so it's like, hey, I'm glad I had you in my chair today, like, I loved having you. I'd really appreciate if you'd leave me a Google review with my, or leave a Google review with my name in it. Here's the link to it. And so I've gotten a lot of people who do that, and I have the same message I send out to every client. I just copy and paste it to whatever clients I have contact information for. And then I have my own business cards that I made, and they're little tarot cards. They're super cute, and I've been leaving them, like, I'll leave them, you know, at the gym. I'll put it in the bathroom, or I go to the hair products in like Target or Walmart or something, and I'll leave them in like a claw clip or something. Just as I'm walking by, I'll just leave them somewhere. And like, during Halloween, I left them in some tights that I liked. I was like, oh, I wear these, I'll leave them in tights and whoever will see them. So I just try to sprinkle them wherever I feel necessary to.
Cool, thanks. I love that. Just any way that you can establish a connection with your clients before and especially after the appointment really helps to build your clientele. When Kelly hired me, she had a policy, or I don't know, an incentive that if you sent out 100 mailers, then you would, I can't even remember what the incentive was, but I was like, oh yeah, I want that. So within the first couple weeks that I worked here, it was around Christmas time, so it was like a good excuse, but I hand wrote a note to 100 people and I mailed it out, and just saying like, hey, Merry Christmas, just so you know, I started working here, I'd love to see you do your hair. I started in December, and between like February and March, I was probably halfway booked, like for a stylist, and I attribute it just to those letters, like just making a personal connection and inviting people to your chair. So, and that's even easier now than mailing out letters the old school way. Yeah, so just sending a DM, having a copy and paste message, thanks for coming in, and just, yeah, inviting them back to your chair. Cool, thanks. So I guess that would be my challenge for next time, is finding a way to make a connection with clients and then inviting them back. So maybe I'll ask a few of you for some success stories of reaching out to people and inviting them to your chair. That's all. I've got not donuts, bagels. Help yourself. There's a lot.